Hey everybody, I'm Sam Webb, and this is part 7 of my Shopify Theme Build series. Today, we'll be building a simple product form. So let's get started. As you can see, I've already set up a really simple product page layout with the product image on the left and the title and description on the right. If we look at the code, you'll see that I'm using a lot of the same things that we've already gone over. So you'll see here we've got this product object that's available because we're on the product template. And from that object, we're grabbing the featured image attribute, the featured image.alt attribute, which is just the alt text of the image, the dot title and dot description of the product object. Going back to the product page, you'll see we have a size guide here which shows small, medium, and large. What we want to do today is allow a user to select their size and be able to add that product to their cart. Before we write any code, there's a new liquid tag that we're going to need to use. And that tag is the form tag. If we go to Shopify's theme tags documentation, we'll find the form tag on this page. And basically what it is, it's a tag that will build out all the different types of Shopify forms that you might need on different pages. And looking at Shopify's first example of using the form tag, you'll see that they have the new comment form. The purpose of this form is to allow users to add comments to specific articles. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be used on an article page. You just have to have access to an article object to be able to create this tag. Now, scrolling down, you'll see that there are a bunch of different types of forms that you could use, but what we're looking for is the product form. So let's get to there. Here it is. And looking at their example, you'll see that this is what we add to the site, and then this is what will come from that. So by using Shopify's liquid product form tag, what we'll get back is HTML. We'll get a form element with a method of post and an action of /cart/add, which is the URL that you would submit a form to add a product to cart. Now this gives us some really basic information about how the form tag works, but if we wanted to learn a little bit more, we've got this note down here with a link to building product templates. And I already have that open. It takes us to the product.liquid templates page. And if we scroll down on this page, right near the beginning, we'll find a little bit more information about how this product form works. So there are 3 inputs that we can add. We can add the product variant input that will have the name ID. We can also, and that one is required. We can also add the quantity input with also the attribute name of quantity. And then we can add as many line item properties as we want. Finally, we'd want to add a submit button so that we can submit our form. Now, if you want to learn more about what's special about the product template, I'm going to link this documentation below as well as the theme tags documentation. But for the sake of this video, let's go ahead and get into the code. Now you can see I've got this comment here to show where we're going to be adding this product form. So the first thing we need is the form tag. So that's form and inform. And with the form tag, as we saw, you have to tell it what type of form it's going to be. So this is going to be a product form. And then after that, we want to pass in the object that relates to that form. So we're going to pass in the product object. Now to give you an idea of what the HTML looks like, I'm just going to really quickly add an H1 here. And save that. And we're going to look at the code for this form. Now you can disregard this H1, but the rest of the form is, we've got this form, we've got a post, we've got a method of post, we've got that same action that we talked about of /cart/add, and then it gives it an ID and an acceptable character set, and it adds a class to it, Shopify product form. And it's got those 2 inputs we talked about, those hidden inputs of form type and the character set. And going back to the code, get rid of this. So as we saw from the documentation, there are 3 things that we can add here. We can add the variant, we can add the quantity, and we can add as many properties as we want. So let's start by adding a way to select the size. So let's create a div just to contain this. And then we'll have a label called size. Let's give this a 4 of product form size. And then let's make a select. It's going to have an ID. That's exactly the same as the 4. Product form size. It's going to have a name of ID. Right, so if we go back to that documentation, we said we needed the product form input, but the attribute name for that is ID. And so we give that select the name ID. And then we need our options. So let's loop over the variance. We're going to create an option that has a value of the product or the variant ID. And then what it's gonna, so it's gonna have the value of variant ID, but that's not what you're actually going to see on the front end. What we're gonna see is just the name of that variant. So we're gonna say variant.title. And we can save. We'll see that we've got size down here, and then if I click it, we have small, medium, and large. Now this gets us halfway there, but we still need to be able to add one of these products to cart. So let's go back to the code. And within this form tag, we'll just add a button tag with a type of submit. Now we've got this add to cart button here. And if I hit medium and click add to cart, what this is going to do is going to take me to, it's going to add this product to cart, and then it's going to take me to the cart page. So let's add that to cart. So it's taking us to /cart. If you look at the URL here, /cart. We haven't built out the cart page. We're going to be doing that pretty soon. But if you remember from a previous episode, we do have the cart JavaScript added already. So we can take a look at this. If we hop into the items of the cart, we open up this first item. Down here under title, we've got black girlfriend material crop sweatshirt - medium. Right, so that's what we just added to cart. And if we want, we can go back and just double confirm that it's working. This time we'll add a large and click add to cart. And now if we look at the cart, now we've got 2 items in the cart. If we look at the first one, which would be the most recent one, and we go back down to title, we see black girlfriend material crop sweatshirt large. Now I want to mention that this is the simplest possible way to add products to cart. Now this method can be used no matter how many variants you have, but it's best if all your products only have one variant type. Right, so in this case, this is a black sweatshirt, and the only thing that a customer can select is the different sizes. Right? There's not different colors to this sweatshirt. But if I go to the all products collection and I pick something that has multiple colors, maybe the you are what you listen to, what you'll see here is we've got one drop down that has black extra small, black small, black medium, down to true royal small, and all the sizes in this one drop down. So for this, maybe you wouldn't want to use the word size here. Maybe you'd want to use something like make your selection. For now, I'm going to stick with this really simple method, but in the future, I plan to do a much more in-depth custom product selection that heavily uses the theme cart JavaScript that we added in a previous video. I also want to do a video where we convert the product image on the left into a carousel so that people can swipe through all of your product images. So let me know in the comments below if those are videos you're interested in seeing. And also let me know if you have any other product page specific things that you want to see. And with that, I want to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time.